Welcome to the Chick and the Duck podcast with myself, Rye, and my brother Micah, where we talk about anything and everything pop culture, but mostly movies. If you have not yet, please follow us on Spotify, follow us on Instagram, follow us on iTunes, rate us 5 stars on Spotify and iTunes, and we have a YouTube, Chick and the Duck podcast. Subscribe, turn on the noti bell, all of those things that YouTubers tell you to do. Do them. So, Micah. How you doing?
Good.
Good. Chill week.
Been good. Yeah. Mostly, I think.
You went to Vegas.
They go to Vegas.
How was that?
It was good.
Yeah.
Went to Cabo Wabo.
Cabo. That's such a weird name for a restaurant.
It's Mexican. It's like probably my favorite Mexican place.
Really? That's sweet.
And of anywhere. It's really good.
It's really good. That's cool.
So yeah, I got a torta.
Okay.
Which is just like Jackson put it on. He got it from somebody. He works for like a guy he knows, grandpa, like on houses and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And he took him to a Mexican place here and had him get a torta, and it's basically like a Mexican burger.
Oh.
So they got like a bread.
Mm.
I don't even remember what it's called, but it's like some fluffy, flat kind of bread.
Yeah.
And then just whatever you got inside of it, which we got carne asada.
Ooh.
So it's got carne asada and like a chipotle mayo, avocado. Sometimes it has pico on it, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
They are fire.
That's sweet. That's awesome. That sounds delicious.
Yeah, it was good. And then what else?
You're 21.
Yeah, I mean 21. So
how's the alcohol?
So great. No. Yeah. I mean, it's been good. I told you this already. I tried Blue Moon.
Really like it?
Yeah, I do like it. It's good. Told you, I was like, this is a valid beer. Because I tried it because, for context, it's like the only beer that our dad drinks.
Literally.
It's like the only alcohol he drinks. So I really wanted to try it.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, yeah, it's good.
That's cool.
And so that's good. We went to Chandelier Bar.
Okay.
Maddie and I, which is like in the Cosmo.
Uh-huh.
So bougie.
Really?
But we went there because they have this drink called the Buzz Button, which you drink it, and then you eat a flower, and it makes your mouth like tingle, and it changes the taste of the drink.
Oh, interesting.
And so I liked it. Maddie didn't like it as much.
Yeah.
She liked it better without the flower, and I liked it better with the flower.
That's interesting.
So it's like really sour, or not sour. It's like less sour. It's pretty tart still, but then you eat the flower. Flour's disgusting. You just like chew it and keep it in your mouth for like 20 seconds. It's like near the end, you're like gonna vomit.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
And then your mouth really just like tingles.
Oh,
like it's numb, and then you drink it, and it's like it's got a way more sour, like lemony flavor in the drink, and I liked it better. Like while I was tingling than before or after.
That's nice. That's cool.
Oh, and then gambled.
How much money did you gamble? You put 50 on black?
I did put 50 on black.
Did you lose all of it?
Nope.
You won.
So I won 50.
Nice.
50. So I ended up like I was 100. Before that, though, the first slot I did was going to be the 50 on black.
Yeah.
And then they were like, they didn't want me to do it.
Who?
And anyone. Maddie, Jackson.
Why? Todd gave you that money for that.
I know.
It's not like it's...
I ended up doing it like later, but that time I put like 25 or 20 or something like that. And won that too.
Oh, okay.
But so annoying because this chick came up. Apparently, if you're under 21, you can't even watch slots.
Oh.
So they're like, they would randomly get people that came up to them and told them they couldn't be on the carpet. Which is stupid. But yeah, so I did it, and I didn't even see myself win or anything because I played it, and the chick came over and was talking to us and asking for ID and all this stuff.
And you won. How much money did you walk out with?
I mean, I have all the cash. I think it's like.
Did you walk out up? I guess that's a better question.
Not in total. Not in total for like the night, but in terms of gambling, yeah, by quite a bit.
Well, yeah, in terms of gambling, is what I mean.
So I have 150 plus however many ones I have in here, which is I think like 5 or something like that. It's $155.
Okay, and you put in how much gambling?
I think I put in like 80-ish probably.
So you almost doubled. That's good. That's nice.
Yeah, very nice. I would have been up a lot more if I would have just stuck to the. Don't do slots.
Slots are stupid, bro.
Slots are so dumb.
You could lose money like that.
It's so quick. You lose money so fast. And we won on slots last time. Maddie did. She got into a bonus, right? On like her fourth spin.
Right. So it's like you're chilling, but
yeah, we were like playing slots because we just wanted to do. Because if you get into a bonus, you
can make some good money.
A lot. Like we were doing like 50-cent bets, and she came out like she won like $30.
Right. Yeah. But
because she went into a thing, so 50-cent bet turned into $30. But
I mean, roulette is, I don't know. I like it a lot better. It's like
I like roulette and I like blackjack. I love blackjack.
Did you play blackjack?
I did. I played a lot.
Oh, really?
I won like 40 on that or something like that. Nice. I sat there for like 15 minutes or so.
Yeah. That's cool.
I would have won a lot of money on blackjack. I put like $25 on one hand. Because I was like up at I put like 20 in and then I was at like 50 and I put 25 down. And got dealt a 20. Accidentally hit. Meant to hit stand. And then I got an ace, so I'm at 21, right? And I'm freaking out because I just accidentally got the luckiest draw of my entire life. And I'm about to like come out with like, I mean, I would have had like probably $100-ish.
Yeah.
If after this. And then they pushed. They got 21.
Oh my gosh.
The dealer.
No way. That's crazy. That's crazy. Because blackjack, I'm trying to understand correctly, is like you want to get closest to 21, correct?
Basically.
Without going over.
Yeah, so basically what happens is you get drawn 2 cards. Dealer gives you 2 cards. Right. Your combined score, you want to be, closest to 21. If you get a base card or a 10 and then an ace, that's automatic blackjack. So you automatically win. And then the dealer gives himself 2 cards, and you get to see one of them.
And you see both your cards, right?
Yeah. So basically, you make decisions, based on like if you're at like 16 and they have 6 or less, then standing is like a good option because even if they get a face card, they'll be at 16, which means they have to draw a 3rd card, and the chances are at 16 they'll push, or they'll not push, they'll bust. I mean,
right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
that's fun.
It's a lot more strategy, and I actually understand it and the odds and what to do. So,
right, that's super cool.
Yeah, I feel like roulette and blackjack are, I don't know, not as rigged.
No, because there's a little. I mean, roulette's just 50-50 chance, pretty much. But
well, yeah, roulette's got a lot of options.
Right.
But. Yeah, I mean, it's still like the ball just spins and it spins.
The chance of hitting on roulette is a lot higher than hitting on slots.
Yeah, depending on what you bet, yeah.
Right, and if you're good at blackjack, then it doesn't really then you'll make money.
Yeah, I honestly think that I would be able to make money off blackjack. Pretty much like if I just sat down, I could make money.
Right.
Even if it's just a little bit. It all depends on like also. When you just pull out the money,
right?
Obviously, the longer you sit there,
how greedy you are. Yeah. So
I was like like I said, I was going up a lot, and then I was at and then I like lost like $10 or something like that, and then I got like 60 or something like that.
That's nice. That's cool. You're gonna get a chance to do it again.
Oh yeah.
Micah got invited to our cousin Palmer's bachelor party, which I was already going to because I'm in the wedding. But now Micah's going. And honestly, Dad might go.
Really?
Yeah, Todd told Dad to go, and I was on the phone with him yesterday, and Dad's like, tickets are too expensive. I was like, no, they're not. They're like $250 or less, depending on which one. He's like, really? I'll look again. And so...
Yeah, they're not super expensive.
Nah, not at all.
I mean, the ticket that you got for me to go home both ways was like $300.
Yeah. Like, that's what I told him.
It's not as bad as it's been.
He could fly for $150 if he flew Spirit, but he doesn't want to do that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's what I'm doing, but that's cool. That sounds fun, though. I'm excited to go.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
I think we'll have a lot of fun. We get to go to Piff.
The Magic Jack. And a couple nice restaurants, sounds like, too. Burger Bar and...
Burger Bar is supposed to be really good.
And Margaritaville.
That's what's his name?
I forget. Guy Fieri?
No, it's Jimmy Buffett. That's what it is.
Oh. Have you been there?
His thing's Margaritaville. I think I have. He's got like a bunch of resorts and stuff all over the Caribbean that are Margaritaville.
Gotcha. Because we're staying at the Luxor Hotel.
Yeah, Lobster.
And we'll have a cabana at the pool, and
It'll be good.
The 20, they get 1, 2, 3. I have 3 full days, 4 nights or something like that. 3 nights, I don't know exactly, but I'm excited. It'll be fun.
It'll be super fun.
What was I gonna say? Oh, what I did this week. Friday was like Kayla, Brighton's wife, did like a Galentine's Day thing. And so all the girls went there, and then all the guys just went. We went to Top Golf. So it was fun.
That is fun.
And we just chilled, talked, and swung a golf club for 2 hours. It snowed here. To the point where like we had to cancel things.
Yeah.
It was honestly quite annoying. Like, I did not, like, it was just dumb. I was not happy with it.
That's funny.
Because it was like, we were going to play a game night, like, last week, a youth group, and I had to cancel. I didn't want to, like, it was stupid. And, like, I was just stuck at home on Thursday. I couldn't go anywhere. I had nothing to do. But.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Yeah, so did that, and been watching movies, I guess. Not as many. Watched all of OBX. We'll talk about that next week. I scheduled... So I was going to get tattoos by a guy doing them for really cheap. But when you sent me the tattoos, I was like, I want to get them done by like someone who's like a professional. So I scheduled a tattoo for March 10th. And it's like $130 for both. And so I'm excited to do that.
Yeah, that's valid.
But my birthday presents from Mom and Dad got here. I haven't opened them, obviously, but they're here. Because my birthday's next week. Like, people listening to this, it'll be my birthday.
Yes, sir.
So,
happy future birthday.
Happy future birthday. Thank you. So, yeah, I'm excited for that. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to open presents. I'm going to record this podcast, obviously. And then, I don't know. Not much else going on. Mom sent me another Funko Pop.
Really? What'd you get?
For losing weight. Well, I guess first I can actually show you this. Oh no. This was Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's the Valentine's Day one.
Yeah. But I've lost like 28 pounds or something like that. And so she sent me this. The new Spider-Man suit.
Oh, that's sick.
Which
the
is
one at the very end.
Yeah, the very end one. And so like
That's sweet.
As you can tell, like my thing is like a mess. Like I got things in boxes and all this stuff, right? And that's because I'm gonna get the IKEA Billy bookcase, and so I'm gonna redo all of that stuff. And so I've just been like leaving it be crap. And I'm also probably gonna get rid of some. I'm probably just gonna take them to like a shop that buys them out of box and be like, hey, I'll take whatever money you give me or any store credit, and then because like I like some of them. I mean, I like all of them, but some I just don't care.
Yeah.
Like, there's a couple when I first started collecting, I wanted all of them, and now I'm like, no, I want ones that I like, that I think are cool. Like, I really want to have every Spider-Man. Like, that's what I really, any Spider-Man one I'll buy, because I want to have like a really cool display. But like, I don't even know what a good example is. I don't need. Well, her arm broke, but I don't need her from Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
You know, so I can't get rid of that now that I've seen the arms broken. But, like, I don't need Monica Rambeau from WandaVision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, things like that, so. And I think that's it. I'm trying to remember.
Pop cultural moments.
I think so. Yeah, I got nothing else. Yeah, pop culture.
Let's do it.
Go ahead.
Well, first one. New Lord of the Rings film in the works with Warner Bros.
Films, plural.
Films, yes.
Yeah. What do you think?
I don't know.
There's a lot to go off of. Like
there's a lot to go off of, but there's also a lot to go off of. There was a lot to go off of for Rings of Power.
The thing is what I was hearing is like, if Tolkien estate is involved, that means the likelihood of it being good is a lot higher. Meaning they'll get direct content from Tolkien to adapt. But if you're like Rings of Power, where you don't have Tolkien behind it, then you're gonna get Rings of Power that just looks really cool, but the story is kind of okay.
Yeah, and also, it also really depends on Peter Jackson.
That's true. Do you think he'll direct it?
Well, they want him back, but he's not the director right now, so.
Right.
I don't know. It being done by Warner Bros. Concerns me.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you there.
I just don't think that. I don't think that Lord of the Rings or anything Tolkien really belongs in any mass media company.
Yeah. I agree.
Just like how Star Wars doesn't really belong in Disney.
Although Mando and Andor are good, but
those were both good, but it took so long. So many bad things.
It's very true. It is very true. No, I mean, I hope for the best. I want more Lord of the Rings content that'll be good, but I just don't know.
Me too. Me more than I want that more than anyone. So.
Right.
I hope it's good.
Same. Ryan Reynolds has been cast in Boy Band for Paramount. Ryan Reynolds will write the script with Jesse Andrews. The film describes it as a comedy focused on a boy band reunion.
We're getting the band back together.
Just sounds like dumb fun.
It does.
It'll probably be good. It'll probably just be really enjoyable. I don't know what Jesse Andrews has written. I looked it up. Oh, he's written books. Wait, no. Movies. Here we go. Luca.
That's good.
I guess that's.
I like that movie.
So do I. So, comedy was good in that movie too. So.
It was good. Yeah.
And I like. And it's Ryan Reynolds, who's, despite him playing the same character, I still enjoy his movies a lot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Nice.
Guillermo del Toro, stop motion adaptation of The Buried Giant, is getting developed for Netflix. Basically, the story is an elderly couple living in a fictional post-Arthurian England in which no one is able to retain long-term memory.
I don't even understand like the background. I probably could look. I'm guessing it's a book, right?
It is a book. I'll probably look up like a YouTube video. The buried like there's probably someone that's already made a movie like a YouTube video on this news and
Right.
probably explains the book.
Right. But if it's as good as Pinocchio, I don't care what the story is. Like the animation is so good that it's like
It's so sick.
I'll take whatever Guillermo del Toro wants to give us at this point with what he did with Pinocchio.
True.
He's great. Steven Yuen.
Oh, yeah.
Steven Yuen. So he's the guy from Nope. The Asian guy from Nope. Has been cast in Thunderbolts. His role is described as significant and integral to the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. People are guessing it could be Sentry, and people are also guessing it could be Mr. Oh gosh, he's the Spider-Man villain. Mr. Negative.
Oh, he could be Mr. Negative, yeah. Martin Lee. Or
Yeah.
like that. That's his name.
And it could be setting up for like Spider-Man 4 or something like that. So I think regardless, he's great. It's a really good casting by Marvel. That movie's stacked with actors.
It is.
It's pretty wild.
It's pretty crazy.
I didn't see this. You saw this thing, Corridor.
Yeah, I saw it on TikTok. Corridor is like a YouTube studio.
Okay.
They make YouTube videos. They created an anime short using green screen video and AI. So they recorded green screen video of people and then used AI to place an anime art style over the footage. And it's pretty sick. And they did it's like an hour long step-by-step tutorial.
Interesting.
On how to do it. They also released. It's called Rock Paper Scissors. It's basically an anime about medieval. It's like a medieval anime about two brothers dueling for like the throne with rock paper scissors.
It looks so cool.
It is, and you can watch it. Just watch like a little bit of it. You'll see like it flickers and like the mouth movement's not that great, but like it's so crazy. And apparently this is like only their first
thing.
Their first like run through it. So they'll go over it again and like 4 different times. And like polish it, I guess, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but it's still very
but it still
cool.
Like looks I would watch a movie like that looks like that still. Even though you see like stuff moving around a lot and like,
right on
their face and things kind of like contort and distort and everything like that.
But just like any technology, it just gets better.
It's just like sick. It's just like really cool because now you can just do that. It's wild.
Yeah, it is pretty dang cool. I love it. It just, I don't think AI, depending on how advanced AI gets, but like, I don't think AI will be necessarily detrimental or like steal people's jobs because people still have to be good at using AI.
That's true.
So,
I used AI for all my new posters.
Really?
That's all Midjourney.
Oh, you have Midjourney?
I did. I bought Midjourney.
For what? Are you paying the $30 a month?
Our cover was also Midjourney. No, $10.
$10. Okay. All right. The cover did look. It was interesting. So I was like,
yeah, that would have been so difficult.
Was it just? Did you put the wording on and stuff? I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay, but just the image.
Just the image. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Was made by Midjourney.
Nah, Midjourney's sick.
Yeah, I use it a lot.
But if you're not good at Midjourney, it doesn't matter. Like,
exactly.
AI can't make you something look really cool if you suck at writing the prompt. Like,
I use AI for like pretty much everything now.
Really?
I use ChatGPT for schoolwork, for like wording things, for emailing.
Right.
I use it for ideas.
I use it for
ideas. And I use Midjourney for design ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll just like for logo development and stuff like that, and branding and things like that. I'll just like describe. I'll use ChatGPT to like get my ideas like into like mass ideas.
Right.
And then I pick things from it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I take that and then I put it into Midjourney and get like, because they give really rough visuals and stuff like that. And then I take those ideas and then I make my own ideas.
Right. So you're using AI how it should be, like inspiration based. And so it's great. We'll save the trailer for the end, but Jenna Ortega and Barry Keoghan to star in Trey Edward Schultz's next film. I don't know Trey Edward Schultz, but Barry Keoghan, Jenna Ortega. I don't really need to say more. That's fire.
Yep.
Super fun. Also, Haunted Mansion trailer comes out tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Apparently. It stars Owen Wilson and like a bunch of people that like I didn't know were in it.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's better than our next trailer. Should we talk about it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Peter Pan and Wendy. Trailer came out. I don't remember the Peter Pan story very well, but I don't necessarily think it follows that completely, which is fine.
It doesn't.
That's not a problem for me at all.
I don't, because there's the book, right? And then there's the movie.
For sure.
And then there's like other movies, obviously. But
right.
And I don't know about the book, but the original movie, Wendy does not end up in Neverland first, which is how this is happening.
Right.
She meets like Peter Pan first, then they go back to like London or whatever, the UK, and then pick up the siblings.
Right.
Is what it looked like.
Yeah, versus like Peter Pan showing up.
Yeah, he just showed up
at their door.
But we can talk about.
There's a lot to talk about. I'm not gonna lie. Captain Hook looks awful. Let's start there.
Looks so terrible.
It looks so bad.
What's interesting is apparently he's English character, but in the movies he does not look English.
Yeah.
He looks like Spanish.
Right.
Like from Spain. So like why? And this makes sense just based on the whole like cast is super overbearingly like Disney. They just like changed everything for no reason.
Like, okay, this makes me not care. Like, I'm being 100%. We've talked about The Little Mermaid, okay? This makes me legitimately not care about The Little Mermaid. I don't care. What Little Mermaid did, I can get on board with way more than I can get on board with this. Because yes, Ariel is not white in The Little Mermaid, but she's got red hair still.
Yeah.
And then people have made the points like she's an underwater make-believe creature. Like, who cares? Yeah, whatever. This just looks stupid.
Well, it's like it's so interesting because, like I said, so Captain Hook looks like he's from Spain. So he looks like inclusive. You could pick someone, a Spanish actor. Great.
He looks like a Blackbeard type figure, kind of
like the long, like like he looks like a Spaniard.
Yes.
Cast one. Oh my gosh! But instead, I mean, what is it? Andy Serkis? Is that who it is?
I don't know who's playing. Honestly,
it's a decently big actor, but he looks awful.
Let's see. Jude Law.
Jude Law.
Yeah, Jude Law. Jim Gaffigan's Mr. Smee, which is kind of good, but
it looks so terrible though.
Yeah, it looks awful. It looks so bad. Okay.
And then we move to let's move to Peter Pan. Who gingers? Think about how many gingers get cast in movies.
None.
Ever. You had an opportunity to cast gingers. Don't do it.
Like, I don't necessarily like. It's like this one's like the Little Mermaid thing for me, maybe a little bit more. But like Peter Pan has like bright red hair.
I just think like
I don't care that he's darker skinned. I don't care about that's fine. I don't care.
That doesn't really matter.
But he's got black hair. It just seems so weird.
Yeah, it just doesn't fit.
Like I don't care that the actor is like I think he's Indian. I don't know.
I think.
I don't. Yeah. That's not a big deal. I like not a big deal at all. That's fine. Yeah, because he looks like he literally looks like he'll do a good job, but.
Why can't you just give him like really bright red hair? Because his hair isn't even like ginger, really. It's like so unrealistically red.
It's so red, dude. I don't know. And then,
so, like, why would you just not do that? And then you got Tinkerbell.
Well, the girl in the Lost Boys.
Oh yeah, the Lost Boys has a girl. Why?
The Lost Boys. It's Peter Pan with a bunch of young kids that are boys.
Yep.
Like they're called the Lost Boys.
It's so bad.
And in the trailer, they make a point of it too, where it's
they already pointed
the music stops and like, what I don't.
But you're not all boys.
What does that matter?
Yeah, that's what she's like. What does that matter? Oh gosh, dude, blood boiling.
I was like, you're joking. This looks so bad. And okay, Tinkerbell. One, let's start with this. That there is lore behind Tinkerbell beyond Peter Pan. Okay?
Yeah.
With other fairies. That are what? Multiple races.
Yeah.
Iridescence or whatever the heck her name is like.
Yeah, there's
a black girl.
There's other cultures in fairies.
It's like all different cultures.
Yeah.
Tinkerbell is
you gotta think about it like this. They're not just like the characters. They're not just personalities and ideas that you can just slap different things. They're
some.
They're built though. Like Tinkerbell is Tinkerbell. You can't just change Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell, like when did Peter Pan come out?
A long time ago.
So since 1953. 70 years ago, Tinkerbell is literally the palest of pale.
Yeah, like extremely pale.
Like white. Like, and she's like glowing and like, and has bright blonde hair. Like that's Tinkerbell. Like Ariel has red hair and like she was white, but she's a mermaid. She's make believe. Obviously fairies are make believe, but it's like there are certain characters that are just that's what they are. Is like I'm actually going to be frustrated if you just completely change what this character looks like. It makes no sense. Like change everything else. I just don't like. I don't care. Like Little Mermaid seems so minimal now. I'm like,
what I don't get is that. I really just don't care that they're remaking these movies because they just get worse every single time. So, like, just make new movies.
With new characters that are ethnically not white. I don't know. Like, that's great. The movie Wonder that's coming out, I don't know, this year, next year. The main girl, I think it's animated, I don't remember, is like it's a black African-American girl. Like, that's... I'm on board. Sign me up. Like
fine, and that's good and everything. And then like for example, like Princess and the Frog.
Great.
New Orleans and having, an ethnic cast was great.
Mulan is one of the most loved characters in all of Disney. Moana is a loved newer movie.
Coco
is widely considered like
Encanto.
You make good characters.
So they're
you
so
make
popular.
Good characters. Like if I just looked up Disney movies, like even Strange World, they're not like white. They're good, and the movie wasn't good, but like the characters were good.
Well, just think about like in terms of new movies since like this whole thing happened. How many have been popular? Like Disney movies and Pixar movies. Since like 2015.
Raya.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
Like, just think about the most popular movies, right? So what do you got? You got Turning Red was really popular.
Yeah, and it was good. It was a cute movie.
Yep. You got, I mean, Luca was like, it was sort of popular, but, and they're Italian, so
Yeah.
still different culture. Soul was super popular. Main character, black. The other main characters were literally just souls, right?
Right.
You know,
Coco.
literally just Coco. You got Spanish. Onward, they're creatures.
Right.
Like, just think about how many white characters have been popular, and that's not like white male characters, which is like what they're trying to get, to stop doing.
Is Buddy and Wuz in Pixar and like The Incredibles?
Yeah, it like
because like
as of recently,
old
there's
white
just
guy,
like
but
nothing. There's literally just nothing. It's just wild.
It is wild.
They're doing good.
Like
with making new movies. Why?
Wow. Aladdin, one of the most popular. Lilo and Stitch. Like there's
like why?
Mowgli.
Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah, there's so many different like. I don't know, like Brother Bear. One of our favorites.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I don't know.
It just doesn't make sense to me. They just have all these great new movies that follow what they want to do. Big Hero 6.
Yeah.
They have all these new movies that follow exactly what they want to do, and they keep just remaking new movies and changing characters, which people hate, and then the movies just suck anyway.
Okay, like, take aside the character. The movie looks terrible.
Yeah, well,
it looks
exactly. Like, just like, why go through all of this and do all these things just for it to suck?
Like, no one's asking for new live action remakes.
Exactly, nobody's asking for them. And all that happens, they announce a new live action movie, and people are like, "It's gonna suck again. Let's see what happens. Let's see what they change next." And then they release the trailer. Everyone freaks out about everything that's new.
Mm-hmm.
They get all this negative publicity,
right,
and backlash, and then they release an awful movie that no one likes.
Yeah. To be fair, I think The Little Mermaid looks good. To be fair.
We'll see.
We'll see, but like this action, Peter Pan and Wendy looks like bad. So,
it does.
It's sad. Make good characters. Make new characters. We love new characters.
Honestly, I'm just over. I don't think that Disney needs to make any live action that's not. That's within just like
the Disney
like their animation basically. They're making the animation type movies. They just don't need to make.
Right.
If it's like an animation type story that they're trying to make live action, or if they're even if it's not a remake, if it's just an animated like story that they want to make live action, they should just not do it because they all suck.
Yeah,
make Star Wars, make Marvel, make like random other
Pirates of the Caribbean. They made Pirates of the Caribbean. They made. I know this isn't the greatest movie ever, but they made National Treasure. They made Glory Road. They used to make like these solid, like grounded live action. Like they weren't live action. It was just a movie. They just made movies.
As of recently, what I'd say the best example would be, what is it called? Was it called Clouds? Is that the one? The really sad one?
Yeah.
Do stuff like that.
Like just make Disney movies. Like
that's obviously Disney, and that's not tied to Pirates or Pirates of the Caribbean or Star Wars or Marvel. So like that's just
they need
like that they can make other things other than those. But just make animated movies.
They need
that's what they're good at.
If Disney's gonna make like live action movies, they need to stop making corny. Like the new movie coming out this year is Chang Can Dunk. Have you seen that?
I've not seen that.
It looks horrendous. Okay, it looks so weird. Chang Can Dunk. It's about an Asian basketball player. I mean, yeah. Anyway, but like make like a new series about pirates, or make a new series. Like do something. Just create an interesting story, like you would for an animated movie, and just don't think about it as you're adapting it into animated. You know, it's just they make terrible. Let's see, upcoming Disney live action movies. Let's see. Little Mermaid. Okay, like Indiana Jones, make that. The Haunted Mansion, make that.
Yeah, see, like that's good. That stuff's good. But I mean, if they're really gonna suck, if Haunted Mansion sucks, if Indiana Jones is gonna suck, which it is, um, if everything that they make that's live action that's not related to Marvel, Star Wars, or Pirates of the Caribbean, or something they've already made, Percy Jackson,
Percy Jackson
just
will be good.
just don't make it if
Right.
it's not tied to those. Then if you just want to make it simple and not risk it, just if they really want to make money, just do what they're good at, which is making animated movies and making things tied to those.
Right.
In terms of popularity, not necessarily them all being good, because obviously they've had a lot of Marvel misses and a lot of Star Wars misses.
Yeah. But Marvel had misses before then, and so did Star Wars. So that's not all their fault.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we can move on from Peter Pan. It's just frustrating. We both love Disney, and so we just want. It's not even about
super frustrating.
It's not even about the race thing, because like we both said, like now, it's like the Little Mermaid thing feels so minimal because like what's being changed in Peter Pan is more than just changing who plays the character. It's like changing everything about
literally
the essence of what made Peter Pan Peter Pan. So
it's essentially like they took like Sebastian and made him like a seahorse.
Yeah.
And we're like, it's still Sebastian.
Or like gave Mufasa's mane, made it like black.
Yeah. Or like made Scar not a villain.
Something like that. Like he's just misunderstood.
Like
he's just
an anti-hero.
Just misunderstood.
Nah, bro is evil. He's one of the killed his brother.
He's one of the best villains ever, dude. Oh gosh. Anyway, we can move on. Our top 5 this week is a good top 5. I saw it on Twitter of like someone just posted this, and so these are our top 5 movies to get to know us best personally. So it could be your favorite, it could be something. I'm guessing we'll give an explanation of why we like it or why we're, all that thing. So top 5 movies to get to know us best. You want to start us off?
Yeah.
Okay.
My number 8. I'm putting Beautiful Boy.
Okay.
Because I actually really enjoy sad movies. And movies that convey emotion and make you really think. I like movies like that.
That's very true.
It goes. I really enjoyed the movie, and so that just shows it, because it's not like a lot of people would even put it that high.
Mm-hmm.
But mine's pretty high.
Absolutely. I am gonna. So at my 8th spot, I'm putting The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. For the reason being of like the kind of the Christian thing, but also like, just this. It was part of my childhood. Like Dad read the books to us. I love reading. I have the C.S. Lewis collection right here. Like I love C.S. Lewis. That's kind of why. I put that. So
yep.
Yeah.
At number 7, I went with my favorite movie of all time, Interstellar, for multiple reasons. Obviously, top 5 movies to get to know me.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get to know me, that's my favorite movie of all time. So gotta include it on the list.
Right.
Put it up high just to make it more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Have other unique movies, stuff like that.
Right.
But it's also another genre of movie that I really love, which is like, I don't even know, epiphanal. Is that a word? Like epiphany.
Oh, it's just like science fiction. It's really what it is.
Well, I'm just saying things that have realization moments at the end. It leads you to believe something, and then you have a realization at the end of the movie. I love movies like that. So Interstellar, Shutter Island.
Yeah.
Movies like that.
They're great. My number 7, I put my favorite movie of all time too. I put Stand By Me. If you want to know me, you got to know what I think is not the best, but you have to know what my favorite is. You got to know what I love most, and that is Stand By Me. So, that's what I'm going with.
Sweet. My number 6, we're getting into kind of the things that I enjoy more so, which is starting off with Avengers Infinity War.
I'm sure if you could, you'd just watch the MCU.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of a representation.
Which is just, that's what it is. I enjoy Marvel superheroes since obviously I was little. I was a little boy growing up in the 2000s, so superheroes were the stuff.
Yeah, they were the stuff.
They still are.
I agree. My number 6 is I'm struggling. Like honestly, I'm struggling to put like a movie here, because this is just kind of like a genre I enjoy. It's some of my favorite movies ever, and these are like, for the sake of it, I'm just gonna say Prisoners. I'll say Prisoners for the sake of it. It's one of my favorite movies ever. But like, it's that thriller, the suspenseful, like No Country for Old Men. Like, I mean. There Will Be Blood's on there, Gone Girl, The Departed, like these thriller, these intense, Shutter Island, like kind of what you said. It's a little different than Interstellar, but like just I like so intense, so good, and I just love that type of movie.
Yep.
So
valid. Number 5, continuing. I got this one's a little bit different. I have Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Okay.
I say this one's a little bit different because, yeah, it is also about Star Wars, which I love.
Right.
But Revenge of the Sith, being my favorite Star Wars movie, is much more different than like my favorite Marvel movie. Like I actually love this movie.
Right.
And yeah,
it's
watch
great.
It every time, expecting him to not turn to the dark side.
He lets you down every time.
Every time.
My number 5 is related to the fact that sometimes I don't get to pick the movies because I'm married. It's National Treasure, meaning this is Jenna's favorite movie. And so I do like National Treasure. Like I do enjoy it a lot, actually. But it kind of represents, and Jenna's coming in here. What, Jenna? Keep going. It represents that I don't always get to pick the movies, and that's kind of my life sometimes. So,
yeah,
it's true. Go away. Slams the door. Anyway, yeah, National Treasure. If you want to get to know me, you gotta know I can't pick movies all the time.
Yep. Number 4, I have Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
Shocker.
One of my favorite movies of all time. I think it's like number 4 or 5, maybe.
Yeah.
All time. Love Tolkien.
He's great.
Literally obsessed. I really want to read everything.
I really want to read everything again.
It's like extensive.
I really want to read C.S. Lewis's Space Trilogy.
Yeah.
Which sounds so cool. But my 4, I got No Way Home. This is like my superhero fix. Like I don't have the Batman on here, but this is like my Marvel / superhero love. But putting my favorite superhero and like the culmination of my childhood and like all these 3 actors in this one movie. I could have put Spider-Verse here, but just because of nostalgia, I put No Way Home. It being like if I were to rank, I'm working on. I have a greatest movies of all time list. I have a 50 favorites movies of all time list, but in alphabetical order, not in order. And then I have like my top 250 ranked. And I think No Way Home is at like 6. So like it's one of my favorites ever. So it's great. I love superhero movies, and if you want to know me, you gotta know that I'll watch any superhero movie that comes out, regardless of if the last one was Thor: Love and Thunder or Ant-Man. So
oh yeah. My number 3, I have La La Land. The Girlfriend.
That's the way you put the girlfriend in there.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies too.
Yeah.
But it is her favorite movie.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Respect, Maddie. I'm not gonna lie. It's a good number one.
Yeah. She's obsessed. So yeah, La La Land.
At 3, I put Hustle. Nowhere near, I think, my favorite movie. But I didn't play in the NBA, but a very relatable movie. I felt it, obviously it was like his journey to the NBA after he was, older, this guy. But like, I felt like I lived that in high school and a little bit in college. So like the grind, the coaches, the scouts, the gym runs with sometimes pro or college players. Like if you want to know me, you got to know the basketball was a huge part of my life, and shaped me in a lot of ways. So gotta be hustle.
Definitely. My number 2, I have My Neighbor Totoro.
Okay.
This is my movie I put for art.
Oh, that's awesome.
Art obsession. So basically anything Studio Ghibli, and
right.
I also considered putting Spider-Verse.
That's a good one, but you already put your Infinity War.
Yep. So, My Neighbor Totoro.
When I asked Jenna what movie she would say to get to know me best, what movie she would watch, she said Into the Spider-Verse for both of us. Because we both love superheroes and movies, and we both are creative in different ways. And I was like, that was actually really well thought out.
Probably pretty accurate.
Yeah. My number 2, which honestly, if it might be your number 1. I don't know. I got Brother Bear. Animated, one of my probably my second favorite animated movie, and I mean, the brother dynamic in the movie is really, really good. Having 2 brothers and being close to both my brothers, it just makes sense. So, I'm guessing it's your number 1, but correct me if I'm wrong.
It is my number 1.
It is your number 1. Yeah, you can give your reasoning.
Yeah, I mean it's the same reason, other than it is my number 1 animated movie.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Soundtrack bangs, dude.
Soundtrack does bang.
Could you guess my number 1?
Trying to think of what you don't have.
It's really
what you do have. You have
it's cliche. That's all I know.
Cliche. I have no idea.
It's The Passion of the Christ. I've just put the Jesus movie in there. I really wish there was a good movie about a pastor.
Yeah.
There's not. Like at all. Like
no, there's not.
A movie I watched this week was one of the best versions of a pastor depicted in a Christian movie, but no, Passion of Christ, I mean, it's up there, top 3 best Christian movies ever made. It's one of my favorite movies. It's obviously very hard to watch, but yeah, I just put it there. Christian, pastor, whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like if you want to get to know any Christian who likes movies, like this is always on a list because it's like, oh, they're Christian. This is like a movie representation of what they believe happened. So, but yeah, so those are our top 5 movies to get to know us best. I almost put Shawshank or 2001 because that's what I think is the best, but
yeah, I considered it.
It's tough. I feel like it was that or In the Original Wardrobe, but I wanted to say that instead. Okay, saw something, on TikTok that was like, who would win in a fight, Mufasa or Aslan? And people are debating in the comments, right? And
yeah, imagine.
What's hilarious, the funniest part, obviously Aslan solos Mufasa. Mufasa got slept by his brother, like in Aslan's Jesus. But well, the funniest part is people were like, Aslan's kind of like Jesus. Aslan came back to the dead like Jesus, so I guess he'd win. He's basically Jesus. I'm like, dog. There's people. For real? There's people, like I just guess that. I'm just guessing. Like, if you're not a Christian, you just might not know that C.S. Lewis is like a Christian who wrote these books like based on the Bible and like his faith. Because like, it's like, I mean, Lion, the Witch and Wardrobe especially is like, man, he's just pulling straight from the Bible and making it cool. Not that the Bible's not cool, but it was just funny because it's like they genuinely don't know that this dude's Jesus, like we're supposed to be.
That's so funny.
But yeah, Aslan messes Mufasa up, messes him up, which would be hilarious to see.
That is funny.
Okay, this next one's gonna be good. So we are.
I haven't decided what I'm going with for sure.
So we, not that they'll necessarily listen to this, but I got the idea from the Real Talk podcast, which I listen to every week. So go follow them; they're great.
Oh yeah.
One of the members that I follow, his name's George. He met Robert Pattinson last night at a movie premiere. I'm like, that is so cool. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, okay, got this idea for them. We are building a perfect movie. Okay. So we are drafting. It's a draft. We're drafting a lead actor, a lead actress, a supporting actor, a supporting actress, a director, a score, so like a composer, and a genre. The goal is to try to make this movie cohesive. And so like the actors would kind of work together and like especially work with the director or the score, not the score could be anything, but the genre. And we're going to try to do our best. Lead actress is easy. If we say somebody for supporting actor or actress that we feel is more of a lead, we can just talk about it and either say yes or no. And then move on. There's a lot of options. There's only 2 of us, but still difficult to try to craft a good movie. So I don't know if I want to go first or you want to go first.
I don't know. I'm probably gonna roll for it.
I'm gonna pick a number between 1 and 2.
Just flip a coin.
Okay. Call it.
Heads.
Heads or tails? It's heads. Go ahead.
It's not even for the beginning, honestly. It's really just for. Well, how are we doing it?
You can pick whoever you want first.
Oh, okay. Any category.
Doesn't matter. I don't care.
Oh gosh, man, that makes it a lot more difficult.
I know.
Well, dang. Okay. It's between 2.
What category are you going first?
It's between 2.
Oh, between 2.
It's okay. Between score and genre. Because I don't know what genre you want.
That's interesting. If I were you, I wouldn't take score. I'll take score last. Like there's 2 of us and enough that I just don't care.
All right.
But you want to use your pick for score? That's valid. I'm just being helpful. I feel like it'd be a little helpful.
I just don't think you're gonna take.
There's a genre I'm thinking of specifically.
I want, to be honest. There might be one.
Okay.
So I'll do that.
All right. I'm so curious.
Lead actress.
Okay.
This one, I'm taking Florence Pugh.
Okay. I'm writing it on a different document. I'll put it in earlier or later. Florence Pugh. Not gonna lie, that was up there. Like that was my 1A, 1B.
That's I think the only one that I think you would have taken from me.
Yeah. Maybe. We'll have to see.
I'm saying potentially. Honestly, I believe that.
So I think I'm gonna go director first. Because I don't know what you'll take. I know I can
guarantee I'm not taking whoever you want.
Mine's not very common either. There's only 4 movies. I've seen 3 of them.
Maybe then. So
I could really hurt your feelings. Yeah. I'm taking Damien Chazelle. Yes, it's who I wanted. I wanted. Whiplash, Babylon, La La Land. That's diverse. There's so much he can do. I wanted to watch his other movie, but I knew, like, I'd be okay with other guys, of course, but I knew I wanted Damien Chazelle.
Dang.
There's no way you were gonna pick him. That's crazy. I'm so glad I went with it. Oh my gosh.
That was my other option. Also,
was director,
lead actress or director.
That's so funny.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna take my genre.
Okay.
You can
You
you
can
can
you
help
can
me
do
out with
you
this
can
or
do
not.
like it you don't have to put just like comedy or just you can put like a
I
couple.
have a I have a two-worder.
Okay, okay.
Mine's family drama.
Family drama. Okay. So like uh what would be an example? Little Miss Sunshine kind of vibe or like
Little Miss Sunshine, Beautiful Boy.
yeah, okay.
Let's see. Kind of Sound of Metal. They're kind of
Okay.
like a little
Yeah.
family-ish.
Yeah. For sure.
What else? That's probably After Sun.
Yep.
Yeah, those are
Um
some good examples, yeah.
so I'm really struggling. I'll take my genre here too. I shouldn't. I probably shouldn't actually, because I will get what I want.
Yeah, I already took it.
Uh, I. Gosh.
I'm cool with that.
Okay, I'm gonna take supporting actor, but question for you: would Diego Calva count as supporting? He was lead in Babylon, but he has not been in a lot. That's my only reasoning. If you can veto it, I have other options.
I mean,
It seems like he's going to be a lead from now on in most things. So
I would say no. The
it's
only
fine.
reason is because Babylon is like the only movie he's been in. I mean, he's been like if you look up it, I Promise You Anarchy in
And he
2015,
was the lead.
Bird Box spinoff, Colosio 2020, Beautiful Loser. Like I don't even he's not like in movies and yeah,
Right.
so and Colosio he's a lead also.
Yeah. But all right. All
And
right.
so
All right.
so
I respect it.
his only big movies Babylon and he was a lead role. So I feel like there's
Um,
no way he goes to supporting ever again.
I'm gonna take Barry Keoghan.
It's a good pick.
Yeah.
He was one of my options.
It was between him. I mean I already you can take whoever you want now, but it was between him and probably Willem Dafoe. Is what I was thinking as well.
Willem Dafoe was also on mine.
Yeah.
Um, but he didn't mesh with what I picked, what I decided to go with.
For sure.
Um, for my supporting actress,
Okay. This should be interesting.
I'm going Sadie Sink.
Okay. That's good. I like that. Not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
She's great. She's gonna be a star for a long time. Oh gosh. My lead actor is what's really struck. I'm just not doing well. Let's see. I'm gonna take gosh, I should take a lead actor. I guess it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna take my genre because I'm still struggling about lead actor. I'm gonna take a coming of age drama.
Coming of age drama.
So kind of like After Sun, kind of like Chef, kind of like because coming of age doesn't have to be young to old, but it just kind of growth. So like that type of movie. Banshee's a little like it, but Sound of Metal is kind of like it, similar.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my lead actor, I'm struggling with that too. I know who I wanted, but he doesn't fit in my movie.
Okay.
Um,
There's
I
really
think
two that I'm trying to.
I think I don't think I would take anything you want with the actors that I want.
Probably not, but depends on how old of actor you're looking at.
Well, the one that doesn't mesh is old. I think I'm gonna take lead actor right now, so I'll tell you who it was.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna take Andrew Garfield.
Okay, thank God. That's a great pick, though.
And who I wanted originally, the person that I literally started with.
Mm-hmm.
I had nothing written down. The person who I picked, who I wanted,
Uh-huh.
lead actor, was Steve Carell.
Oh, okay.
But I could not find who I wanted to be in a drama in the elder actress role. I couldn't figure out who I wanted, and I wanted like Florence Pugh, Sadie Sink, that like those feel a lot better for me for my movie, but
Yeah.
I had no one like to be his age, you know.
Right.
He would
Otherwise,
just
it'd
like
be
be this outstanding, because it would be like Florence Pugh would be like who he's. I thought about doing like, a remarry type thing.
yeah.
Mom died, like maybe their mom died or something like that, and he remarried a chick half his age.
Right, but it's just weird.
But then that doesn't. I feel like that'd be like a rom-com.
Yeah, it'd be weird. Florence Pugh would be the bad guy, which isn't bad,
Yeah.
but she's great as just like a. Anyway,
Yep.
Lead actress. I'm going two. I wanted from the start. A little bit more. Like I said, 1A would be. I'm going Margot Robbie.
She was an option too.
She's fantastic. She was just worked with Damien Chazelle. Like, I can't complain. So.
Yep. I'm taking score. Hans Zimmer.
I'm taking score. John Williams.
Okay, so now we just got 2 left. I got supporting actor and director.
Yeah, and I got lead actor and.
I'm taking
actress.
my supporting actor. I love this pick.
Okay.
I'm taking Drew Starkey.
Okay. That's
bro's done nothing but impress me.
He's great, dude. He's the best actor on that show on Outer Banks.
By miles.
Ward's good too.
Yeah, but I still think by miles.
It would go
for. Dude is crazy.
Drew Starkey. I forget his name. Ward. The guy who plays Rudy's really good. Rudy Panker, who plays JJ, is really good.
JJ.
Kiara is really good. I think Pope is really the least is like Madeline Klein and
Chase Stokes.
Even though they're not that bad anymore, but like they're the worst.
I honestly would say, yeah. I don't know who I'd say is the worst out of those two. I'd probably say Madeline Klein, which is interesting because she's like one of the only ones that's gotten like an outside role. Like big one. Like she was in Glass Onion.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I don't know. She's probably the worst actor out of all the main characters.
That's probably you look at her role in Glass Onion.
Yeah. makes
plays a
sense.
factor. Supporting actress is so tough, but I'm gonna take Jenna Ortega.
Valid. Ooh, some other ones.
Zendaya.
I had Haley Steinfeld.
I had Lupita Nyong'o. I had Rachel McAdams, who probably could be a lead, but
when I was almost gonna go with Steve Carell, my option was to be lead actor to be Steve Carell, the father, lead actress to be Florence Pugh, a daughter, supporting actor to be Drew Starkey in a relationship with Florence Pugh, and then Catherine Hahn to be in a relationship with Steve Carell, who's
Agatha
and everything, yeah.
And she's in Glass Onion too.
And she's in a
lot actually.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. She's good. So she was definitely a serious option, but yeah.
Right.
Gosh. Oh, my director.
Your director. Who are you taking to fit within your family drama?
I have 2 options. Who I'm gonna go with. One's really bold.
You better not take like Christopher Nolan. That would make no sense.
No.
Okay.
One of them was really bold. And you want to know who it was?
Well, I can't take him, so yeah, I do.
Hayao Miyazaki.
Oh, and make it animated?
Not make it animated. Just use the storytelling and everything and ability to.
Oh. That's
because all of the stories are super cohesive and really, they flow so well and everything. And he's really good at conveying emotion and everything like that.
Oh, for sure.
So I think you did decent. And who I'm taking is Charlotte Wells.
There you go. Charlotte Wells. She's good.
She's turning my cast into After Sun 2.
Literally. We both have the same type of movie. Just a little bit different. I'm gonna take my lead actor to steal the show. Gosh, I don't know what to do.
What do you got?
So right now, I'm thinking
Margot.
I have Margot, Barry Keoghan, and Jenna Ortega with Damien Chazelle. So like, and it's coming of age. So I had Christian Bale, but he's not a coming of age actor. I don't think he could pull it off. I mean, he could. He's Christian Bale, but you know what I mean.
I get that though. I don't see him in that kind of role.
I don't think Jake Gyllenhaal fits.
No.
I'll tell you the three that I'm thinking of at the moment. Right now, I'm between Matt Damon, Colin Farrell, and Paul Mescal.
Yep.
And I think I want the most Paul Mescal, but I think for the sake of the movie and just how good of an actor, I'm gonna take Matt Damon. I think he's the best actor out of the three, surprisingly.
I think that Colin Farrell is. After watching the movie we watched this week, it was so good.
The thing is, I watched the Matt Damon movie this week, and I think his range is wild.
Which Matt Damon movie?
I watched Ford v Ferrari.
Oh, right.
Which is one of his best acting performances, in my opinion.
It is.
So I'm gonna take Matt Damon. I really want Paul Mescal or Colin Farrell. They're both great, but yeah. So okay, Build a Perfect Movie. Micah's movie is starring Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh, with Drew Starkey and Sadie Sink, directed by Charlotte Wells, score by Hans Zimmer, and it's telling a family drama story. My movie is Matt Damon, starring Matt Damon and Margot Robbie, with Barry Keoghan and Jenna Ortega, directed by Damien Chazelle, score done by John Williams, and it is a coming-of-age drama story. Next week, we will try to come up with a story and how this could be. So stay tuned. And then we'll be pitching it to A24. Now, dude, I have two really good movie ideas. Two really good ones. Have I told you these?
I don't know. I don't remember.
One of them is a best friend relationship, kind of like Banshees vibe. Not like where they hate each other, but two different people. A Christian pastor and his best friend's gay. And that dynamic, I think, would be brilliant. And
that would be good.
A beautiful boy type story. This is just a beautiful boy ripoff. It's like a prodigal son type story with like a mom and a son, but it's called You Are My Sunshine. Give me my Oscar.
You Are My Sunshine. That would
bang, dude.
That'd be an easy Oscar grab.
That's literally just cry. Waiting for you to cry. All right, we should move on to what we've been watching or doing in your case.
Yeah.
We'll talk about what we've been watching, and then we'll talk Mandalorian, and then we'll talk movie of the week.
Yep.
Okay.
Valid.
And don't do After Sun. We'll talk about that together as well.
Okay.
So.
Sweet. Well, yeah, not been watching much. I really only watched a few things, mostly TV. Because I watched. Oh, I guess I had OBX.
Yeah.
Yeah. So started off, watched OBX. That was the first thing I was really watching.
Mm-hmm.
So far, we've gone, because I'm watching it with Maddie, I've gotten to episode 8. So 8, 9, and 10 is what I need to watch.
Okay. The best.
Yeah, so far it's been all right.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it more.
Full review next week. Yeah.
And like you said, I still haven't gotten to the best episodes. So,
in my opinion,
I've seen stuff about that. So
yeah, I think it's really fun. In general, I'm not very critical of the show. The show's a vibe. It's fun.
It is still, yeah.
Anyway,
Last of Us, another episode,
was
good. It It was a flashback episode, so nothing happening like with the actual storyline, like how it's progressing. But so it just went back a little bit towards like basically where the beginning of the show takes place.
Okay.
And then just like a couple weeks before. And so it was really good. It gave backstory.
How many episodes are there gonna be?
I don't know, to be honest. How many Last of Us episodes? 9 episodes.
And this is 7?
I think so. How many Last episodes are out?
I think there's 7 out.
I think there's 7.
Sweet.
Yeah. So that was good. And then a game, highly anticipated game, wait for, came out. Sequel to The Forest, Sons of the Forest.
Yeah.
Downloaded it. Already finished it. Finished it like on Sunday or something like that.
How is it?
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
It's definitely pretty fun. What's lacking is kind of like, because I played it with Jackson.
Okay.
Right? The whole time.
Yeah.
We never finished building a base. We like started off building a base and then never finished it. That's like the main issue, I'd say.
Yeah.
In the first forest, always building base, always coming back to the base to do things, to get stuff, collect things, all that kind of stuff.
And you just didn't need to.
We were just out the entire time. And we had it on ours, we set to be super difficult.
Oh, interesting.
So like the cannibals had a lot of health. They did a ton of damage. Like when we first loaded in, cannibals kill you in one hit.
Wow.
And so we thought it was going to be difficult.
How many hours did it take you?
Never really went back. It was 13 and a half.
That's not bad.
So that's like about an hour of gameplay per gig that it has. It's not a very big game, to be fair.
Right.
Yeah, the story was not very great. The world was cool.
Right.
But I just wish it was harder. I wish it was more difficult.
Right.
I wish that I really had to build a base. I wish that building a base was useful.
Right.
Like it used to be. I think that it's worse than the first game.
Oh, interesting. It's supposed to be better.
In terms of overall items in the game, there's so many sick items, but not a lot of them have a purpose or use. You get like a plethora of things and then like never use them.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I mean, I thought it was fun. A lot of people think it's fun, and I just think it'll be better. It's a beta also, so
gotcha.
It's gonna be in beta for the next like 8 months, and then they'll release a full version.
Oh, okay.
So maybe a lot of it'll change. Hopefully, they'll add a lot more story.
Right.
We'll see.
I really want to play The Last of Us. I'm not gonna lie.
I do too. I think I'm going to, honestly.
Yeah. What have I watched? So I watched Ambulance last night with Jenna. It's just honestly, I didn't know Jenna knew any director. Okay, I turn on the movie. I'm like, yeah, this is Ambulance. It's like explosions and a bunch of crap because it's the guy who directed Transformers and he just likes exploding things. And she goes, Michael Bay? I'm like, there's no shot you know who Michael Bay is. She's like, I love Michael Bay. I'm like, that says a lot about you. So we watched Ambulance. It's got a solid performances. It's way too long, but it's got a decent ending. Pretty heartfelt ending. Worth the watch. I think Maddie would like it. I mean, you would probably like it too, but just not. I watched Jesus Revolution. I'm sure you've heard about that. It's based on the 1970s, literally biggest spiritual awakening in the history of the United States. Very good. Like, very good. Wasn't very corny. The story is obviously really cool. I mean, it's crazy. It's a crazy story. But like it had everything in it. It made me laugh, made me cry, made me happy. You know, I tried to put on my like actual movie brain, like in critique, like like I thought the cinematography, some of it was really good, and like I just really enjoyed it. It was one of the better Christian movies I've ever seen. So top 3 for sure. I think Prince of Egypt is the best, and then like it's like this and Passion of the Christ. So like it's up there with how good it is. Because like even I Still Believe we both love, but it's definitely cheesy. This wasn't like cheesy at all. I watched Ford v Ferrari. Super cool story. I mean, Christian Bale, Matt Damon together, just bouncing off each other was awesome. John Bernthal was in it. Like, the guy who plays the coach in Glory Road was in it. Like, it was you've seen it. It's just really good. It's a great sports movie.
Yep.
The ending is great. It's sad, but it's great. I watched Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Weird movie, man. It's weird. Yeah. It's really good. Like, it's really good for what it's worth. But it is strange. The concept's strange. But I really did enjoy it. I thought it was equal parts extremely joyful and equal parts ripping my heart out. And I enjoyed it. Great movie. Yep. I watched Raging Bull. Right? You watched that last week, right?
Yeah.
This was just technically fantastic. Like, it just was exactly what it was supposed to be. Obviously, the fighting scenes are not like anything special. No. But like the off stuff and like how he treats his wife and his celebrityism and all these things, it was just so good. The dialogue amazing. I loved it. And then I watched There Will Be Blood, and like one of the greatest movies of all time. I think it lands when I was making my lists of like it made it into my top 50 favorites, and I think I have it at like 8 if I ranked my favorites, it's like 8. But in terms of my greatest of all time list, it lands at 5, just behind it passed Empire Strikes Back. It's just behind Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, and it's got the greatest acting performance of all time, like without a doubt. And maybe the best supporting actor performance of all time. I mean, the Joker's there, but like Paul Dano was like played this like pastor. Oh my gosh, he was incredible. But then Dano,
I almost picked Paul Dano for my support actor.
Same. He's so good. He's really good at playing a wide variety of characters.
Yeah, he is.
Yours would have worked with yours.
Yeah, you would have. That's why I really considered him. I just felt like Starkey, man.
Yeah. No, you gotta watch that. Like this week. Like it is just.
It's on Showtime, right?
It's on Paramount.
Oh, it's on Paramount?
I'm pretty sure. Because I had to cancel Showtime. Yeah, it's on Paramount.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And on Pluto TV. I found there's lots of things on Pluto TV. You just have to watch with ads, which is fine. Yep. But it's also on Redbox, which is also the greatest idea we've had in a while. So
yeah, it is.
Let's pay like $1.50 for a rental because we're splitting it. So smart. But no, There Will Be Blood is just it's I think it's another movie I consider perfect, making that 11 movies I have perfect. And it's got one of the coolest posters ever, because it's about oil and it's about like religion, and the poster is like a cross digging up the oil. Oh my gosh, it's so cool.
Yeah.
And the ending was shocking and like, wow. Yeah, I could talk about it for so long. It's so good. So, and then we both watched After Sun.
Yep.
It was a birthday present from me to you, but of course, I'm gonna watch it. So, you've seen it this first time. Talk about it.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
The style of movie was probably my favorite part. The way that it's shot.
Yeah.
Cinematography was one of the best I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's impeccable.
We had a conversation about one of them.
Yeah.
One of the scenes. Well, I talked about one of the scenes that was my favorite, which is the one where they're like recording she's recording a video, and you like see it because it's plugged into the TV, so you see it on the old TV, but then you see the mirrors right next to it, so you can see her actually like part of her like actually recording it and moving around and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it was like one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Yeah. It was, and like the scene where he runs into the ocean, the ending scene in the hallway, like all of it was just.
This is what I said about it. I said one of the best cinematography showcases ever as well, and then I said watching the camcorder being recorded on the TV next to the mirror where you can see her recording is peak cinematography.
It is. It's so good. Like, and what's funny is Maddie's criticism is what makes the movie so good.
I know, it was so hilarious.
Because obviously she doesn't understand that, so it's like fine, it's not a big deal. But like what'd she say? That it was boring and nothing happened.
Yeah, she said, so Maddie post movie quotes, it was boring, nothing happened, there was no plot. And I said, there's a plot. And I said, everything happened.
The movie was not boring, okay? Like, I've seen boring movies. Yes. It is beautiful. But no, the plot was them. That was the plot.
And everything, and to say, like, nothing happened, because there's the plot, literally everything happened, because everything is plot-based, because they are the plot.
Because the plot is a 30-year-old dad with an 11-year-old daughter, right? Young dad trying to figure out his life. He's divorced.
Still trying to figure out what he wants to do and how to actually live as a human being on Earth.
Because the main
daughter do the same thing.
The ethos of like the film is it's shown at the very beginning of the movie, and then it's shown in the middle of the movie too, when she's like, "What did you think you'd be doing right now when you were 11?" Which is the whole thing is like him. Like when he was 11, when he was innocent, when he loved life, when he wanted to go sing karaoke on stage in front of a bunch of people, like his daughter, what did he think he'd be doing now? Probably not being a dad of an 11-year-old.
Nope, exactly. And the also with that is like, she asked him that, and he like still doesn't know.
And that
what he wants to do right now, and what he thinks he's going to do in 5 years, 10 years. He still has no idea. I
am under the belief that he did commit suicide, though.
I think so too.
Because not only just how it's shot and like what it makes you feel, which also I love that there's no like every movie has a climax, but this just didn't feel like it did. It just was like it was like anticipating something, and they just didn't give it to you, which was so well done.
Yeah, it was super cool.
But the fact that I think she has the recording is evident that he's not alive, because he had the camera still when she left. And the fact that she's watching it, I think, is her remembering the trip, her last memory of her dad. That's my guess. And I have goosebumps right now. Like, this movie's so sad, but so well done. Like,
it was so sad.
Did you cry?
I didn't.
I cried the first time, like a baby. But it's not exactly. I mean, there's other, like, Beautiful Boy really just makes you cry. You know, this one subtly makes you cry, but
yeah, definitely.
It's a perfect movie in my opinion. I'll love it forever. I want to make Jenna watch it. She's gonna hate it, and I'm gonna be disappointed. But it's whatever.
Yeah, don't have her watch it.
I really want her to, because there's an off chance she does.
It's just disappointing. Because
she loves Good Will Hunting, but a lot more happens there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah,
I would compare it more to like, would she like Banshees?
No. And a lot more happened in Banshees.
A lot less happened in Banshees, but a lot more big things. Things that kind of like, yeah, like actually wake you up, like things like that.
Nothing wakes you up in this movie. It's just
it's just all like methodical, slow burn,
philosophical. Yeah. The funniest part of when I was watching it was Pogue was laying with me, and I took a picture of Pogue, who was sleeping, and I sent it to Micah, and I said, Pogue, Maddie, how they feel about After Sun, with like the hands shaking, and then you responded like, I guess that's true. Pogue and Maddie have the same taste in movies. I was like, that's hilarious. I told a friend, and he's like, he just bust up laughing. He's like, got the same movie taste as a cat. That's not very good. Eh. But Pogue watches TV, dude. Like,
yeah.
He was watching Ambulance last night before he passed out. He was just like watching all the moving parts and explosions.
All the things happening.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's funny.
So.
Yeah. Mando season 3 episode 1.
Yes.
Last night.
Yeah.
He was really good.
I liked it a lot. Picked up right where we left off. I hadn't watched in a while, so I was glad they gave the recap, so I could remember everything that happened. But no, it was cool. It was really cool. All the Mandalorians. I love the Mando lore. Yeah, it's just really. I love Pedro Pascal. Grogu's hilarious. Grogu's being Grogu.
He's been really good.
That's the scene. I think it's Babu Frick. But when he's like hugging him,
he's trying to grab him. He's like, not a toy.
Not a toy. So funny.
I think my favorite scenes are when they're flying.
Yeah, those
when
are
he's
cool.
Up in the back and he like drops down and then he pops up.
Yeah.
In his lap. I think that's hilarious. And then they flipped upside down at one point and he starts falling and he like lifts his head and pulls him down slowly. That kind of stuff is like the perfect amount of like adorable.
Yeah, it's great comedy.
It's not like overdone and it's just like so cute.
It is. I do love that.
But it still fits like the whole genre.
Right. Yeah. It's great. I just enjoy the show. It's great Star Wars.
It is. It's so good.
The phrase that there's always used just feels like this is the way. Feels so, and I don't mean this in the like. It just feels so biblical. Like it's biblical wording, and it just always catches me. Like this is so interesting because it's that wording is just because Christians back then were called followers of the way, and so every time I hear it, I'm like, oh, this is interesting. Yeah. I love the wording where like when they're talking like this is the way. All right, it's so cool. I love it. It's so awesome.
It is. It's sick. And also, the redemption is baptism.
Yeah.
They bathe in the living waters in the mines of Mandalore.
I know.
And you come out redeemed.
So cool.
So it's like literally baptism.
It's
like
it's
what are they called? The Watch or something like that?
Yeah.
It's like basically they're essentially a religion.
Right. Because they don't take off their helmet.
Yeah, they have certain beliefs.
How do they eat?
Standards. Well, they can't take off their helmet with people.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. I didn't know that. I didn't remember.
At least I'm like 99% sure of that.
Yeah. Makes sense. No, it's good. I heard episode 2 is awesome, so I'm really looking forward to it.
That's sweet, yeah.
Yeah, I heard it's awesome.
The pirates were cool too. That was sick.
Give
me space pirates, bro. I want a space pirate spinoff. Because the one dude, the main dude, he looked awesome, and the main pirate guy, he looked really sick.
He gave me Davy Jones vibes.
Yeah, with his like long seaweedy hair.
Yeah, kind of looked like the Thing or something like that. Yeah, it was sick.
The way they like made the pirates was super cool. Where they're like a race, like a species in the galaxy that just like look like pirates.
Yeah, it was awesome. I thought it was great.
It was sweet.
No, yeah, I'm super excited for the season. John Favreau's great. He does great.
He's great. He's doing a great job.
So,
movie of the week.
You picked it because you've been picking bangers, and I picked the build a perfect movie thing. So I was like, you pick the movie.
Yeah.
What did we watch?
We watched The Lobster.
It's essentially single people are put into this house, mansion, place, resort, whatever you want to call it.
Like a resort.
With 40 days to find a mate, or they get turned into the animal of their choice.
It's basically a dystopian. It's for population control. There's only couples.
Yeah.
And I think it's like a moral thing too, where it's like, they turn them into it's population control instead of just killing people. You turn them into animals, and then they naturally die the way that humans kill animals.
Right.
Whether you're like they talked about the lobster or whatever,
Uh-huh.
getting captured and then eaten. So in that way,
right,
you control the population by the fact that if he turns into a lobster, then he gets captured, then he gets eaten. You technically kill the person, but just in a different way. So I think they're like an ethical, moral way of population control.
Yeah, and they go hunting for loners.
Yeah, so it's like a last chance, right? Isn't that like so at the
loners just live in the woods.
They just live in the woods, yeah, because they're
outcasts from society.
They're outcasts, yeah. They're still like in hiding.
But
at first I thought it was like when your days are up or whatever, then you get a chance to escape.
Because they kill the loners, and if you kill a loner, you get days added to your time there. So,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what'd you think overall? It was weird. It was definitely weird.
I thought it was less weird than you made it sound like.
Oh, I didn't try to make it like it was like the concept is just strange. Like certain things.
It's dystopian. So
yeah, of course.
For me, I was like, this all makes sense.
I enjoyed it too. I did enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was definitely like, yeah, this all definitely makes sense because it's supposed to be dystopian.
Felt very Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Which is I thought was great. I really do like Colin Farrell.
I love Colin Farrell.
He's really, really, really good.
I just really want to see him in more things. His look and everything is just like his look in this movie is so perfect.
Right.
His stash and I don't even know what it is. It just looks. He looks so perfect in the role.
When did Lobster come out? 2015. Wow, that's a long time ago.
I was gonna say like 2016.
Wow. He was good in that, and he hasn't been in a lot since.
I know, isn't that wild?
I mean,
bro deserves some roles, dude.
I mean, he's got roles now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna be playing the Penguin.
Yeah.
He just was.
I wish that he was him though, but
like it looked
so good as so good as the Penguin.
Yeah. I mean, he's incredible. You hear the Batman's gonna be in the Penguin?
Huh?
The Batman's gonna be in the Penguin show.
Oh. I have no idea, to be honest.
No, that's true. Like it is.
Oh, I thought you were asking me if I think
no, that's what I heard.
Oh.
That I think people are thinking that he'll be like in the shadows the whole time fighting. So it might be Robert Pattinson, but it might just be Batman in the shadows fighting type, which would be sick.
That would be cool.
No, but
yeah.
It was a fun kind of weird story that it worked really well. It could have been really bad, I think, and it was just it was a cool dystopian story.
Yeah, so it's basically like what would you even call it? Like extremist.
Yeah.
It's supposed to show the polarity of extremists. So basically, you start out the whole first half of the movie is in the couple extremist environment where they're pushing coupling up constantly the whole time, and then he leaves and becomes a loner, and they extremist push no relationship.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Dude, when that girl killed his dog, I
was so sad.
Well,
especially because it's his brother too.
That's even worse.
I was like,
yeah, I was like, there's no shot that just happened. And then she tried to turn him in.
I know.
And I was like, no. But yeah, it was good. I really liked it. Very different than what I've been watching, so it was a nice change, I would say.
It was good variety. I gave it, I think, 4.5 stars.
Yeah, I'm right in between 4.5. right around there. I haven't rated it yet, but it's definitely good. I love Colin Farrell.
Pretty middle of the range of movies I've seen this year.
Yeah, I don't remember where I don't know where I'd put it exactly, but still good nonetheless.
Oh yeah. Alrighty, well, however long this has been,
Hour 40.
Hour 40. Thanks everyone for watching. That's all we got time for. We'll see you next week. Life's tough. Get on it.